the vlog. So today is just a study day. Yeah. We're at Barnes & Noble. This is my girlfriend Yuri. Hi. And we're just in Barnes & Noble studying. Yuri invited me to her little study haven.
Yes, my second home.
So I came. So what you studying today?
Today I'm studying sales and lease. So I've been reviewing the different parts of the contracts of sale, what's included in the different elements of a contract of sale, and the effects of the contract of sale. So, right.
So this year's the first year of my school that we're offering common law classes. So if you're studying for an out-of-state bar exam, Louisiana is pretty much the only bar that's technically different than any other state in a nutshell. Every other state is like MB or UB. Well, since we offer common law and civil law classes, she's taking us sales and lease. I'm in UCC 2, and it's the same class, but it's just different laws.
For different states.
For different, yeah. So pretty much. But yeah, that's all we're doing. So Yuri is a part-time student. I know some of you guys who watch my videos, work or have kids or, just have life going on and don't have time just to sit in school. So she doesn't have kids or any of that.
No, but I do work during the day.
So how's part-time life?
I would say it's a balance for me. It was hard at first. I would say that it was pretty much so hard, but after the first 2 years, it's easy now. I have everything balanced right now. I go to work during the day, then I set time out during the day to study, and I have all my classes at night. So it's pretty much a balance, I would say. You would just have to balance working like a job and then having school as your other job. But after a year or so, you'll be fine with it. So I think pretty much, if people are interested in the part-time program who work, they should definitely get into it, because it's I would say it's more convenient for you to be able to go at night if you're working during the day and still learning the same information in the same time frame. So
yeah, I wanted to say I'm not a part-time student or evening student, but I also have evening classes. So I guess once you get after your first year, you're able to mix and mingle it and build your schedules to have some in the morning and some in the evening to balance it out.
How about we talk about that?
What?
It's hard having classes during the day and coming back at night. So we need to discuss that.
What you mean, work during the day?
No, coming to class during the day
and then come back at night.
And coming back at night.
So how's it for me?
Yeah.
Well, you guys know that I commute, so I come here early in the morning. So I'm a morning person. I like to just get stuff done in the morning. I'm that type of person. So I'm okay with the morning classes. The night class is the thing, because I just feel like that's my time just to do what I need to do for myself. But this semester I really don't have any night class because I changed my schedule. Yeah, so in the beginning I did have one class. Oh, actually I do have a night. I'm lying. I have one tonight at 5:30. But that's the UCC 2 class that I told you guys about. But it's not bad. I only have one evening class on Tuesday and Thursday. So it's I have my whole day and I go to class and I'm done. So it's not bad having an evening class. I liked it because I can get a break in between. Sometimes just having class back to back is too stressful, but sometimes it's not because you just get it over with, and which I kind of like to. It just depends on your overall schedule.
I kind of feel like it's different. Last semester I actually had a class I had a clinic during the day, and then I worked in the middle of the day and went to class at night, and that is hectic as well. So I would say more so try to schedule all your classes in the morning time or all of them at night, just so you can have a better balance, because coming during the day and at night could be a little problematic. It's a lot of back and forth. Just you would avoid a lot of things if you would go ahead and schedule them all in the same time frame. Another thing we could talk about, like having that self-care time away from law school and your work life and when everything's hectic, because people don't really talk about that. Like ways to reduce stress while you're in law school. Will be some options for certain people.
So for me, it's kind of the one reason why I don't live in Baton Rouge. I commute because when I did live here my 1 year, I was very stressed. Like I was very, I don't know, just consumed because I was just here. And because I was only here for school because I didn't live here. I never came to Baton Rouge before. So my only purpose was school. So if I'm here, I'm like, I need to be doing something for school, right? So that was very stressful. So for me, like even though I commute, it's like an hour and some change. It's like a stress reliever from my mind because I'm literally going away from the place that causes me stress, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I go home to my safe haven and just be. So that reduces my stress.
So different environment.
Different environment. Stepping away from it. Music on the way home. I'm always having my car concerts. I'm always, singing like I'm Beyonce in the car. That reduces my stress. Music, for sure. Sometimes like instrumental music without words. I don't want to hear words, and that helps me release my stress. And just sitting still and meditating. That's the top 3. Friends, like hanging out with my girlfriends, actually helps me reduce my stress. Like being around my girls. I'm not stressed when I'm around them.
So I can go ahead and talk about the things that help me reduce stress. Definitely working out. So I've learned more so that if you, any type of exercise, literally, it will trigger your mental space into the next gear. You will have a more clearer mind. You'll be more mindful about things. More people should try to meditate or work out, and that'll really help. So definitely I usually do like 15 minutes of meditation, whether it's in the morning or at night, just to have that peaceful and that calm feeling during the middle of the day when things kind of get hectic. Also a lot of praying. Now praying, no matter if it's small or big, I feel like you feel better essentially after you say a prayer. And I'm really big on that. So prayers, meditations, and working out, that'll all contribute to you being a better you and having more personal development outside of dealing with the law.
Okay, so that's 2 good perspectives. So I said change of environment, music, and meditation, and you said prayer, working out, and meditation.
Also, I'll say the last one, you definitely need friends and family just to have that people that you can relate to that doesn't involve the law. Thing about law school, like you have to have your whole life turned off after this, and I feel like it'll be more so better if people would meditate or, like I said, working out every day. It changes you, it helps you stay balanced, you're more positive, you have a clearer mind. Just a lot of great things. Walks by the park.
Less stress. Let's say one of my biggest things that helps me stay...
And
being in the sun. I love the sun, but being creative, like using my hand, like doing the hands, like doing something besides typing, because like I like to create, like I'll take like this napkin, this and this, and like we're gonna create something. This can be like, I don't know, but we're gonna make something out of this. And I just love to get creative, like with stuff, and that helps me relieve my stress too, like creating a bracelet or a necklace or anything, coloring, like that makes me feel better.
I also love cooking, anything that deals with cooking, or looking up new recipes, seeing what new things I can create in my spare time, because I want to do something in the cooking realm. So more so just learning new things that will contribute to me in the long run, like working on goals or something that'll help me out in the long run, or personal development things. So I think more people really need to learn more about that. So I choose to read certain books that help you have better personal development. People which I'm actually shocked because a lot of people really don't talk about like how to personally develop their inner self, which this book that I've been reading, Elevate. So in this book, it talks about having 4 different aspects of building your personal development capacity. And it teaches us that we have to have a spiritual capacity, intellectual capacity, an emotional capacity, and an intellectual capacity.
You sat down.
I did. Sorry, I have to go ahead. Sorry, it's fine.
It's okay, we gotta get it right.
Spiritual capacity, intellectual capacity, physical, and emotional.
Okay.
Yes, so having all of these different capacities, it will more so help you into becoming a better person with more development skills, and it strengthens you to go ahead and help other people out, and you help them build their will of personal development. So
Nice.
right, like I'll go ahead. The chart actually shows you 4 of the capacities to go ahead and build a better personal development within yourself. Oh, you should really, if you guys ever come to Barnes & Nobles, you should pick up this book. It's called Elevate. One more time. And it definitely has some good information on being, pushing yourself beyond your limits, building your personal development capacity, and unlocking success in yourself and others.
Nice.
It's a really good book.
It's by Robert Glazer. Okay.
So,
Well, that's another thing. Trying to see what else.
I guess we can talk about that. The fact that we're gonna go ahead and start having these videos more, and we're gonna talk about relationships.
I want
guess
to introduce relationships.
got it.
Another-
You should just ask them. They can send questions that we'll start talking about relationships on Tuesdays and stuff.
Okay. Another big aspect about, we talk about personal development, having the capacity, intellectual capacity, all those other things, like, but we're all centered around the capacity of maintaining and keeping a great relationship with people. So when it comes to relationships, maintaining and fostering relationships in law school is another thing that is very, 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 very important. So great leadership. Yes.
The Relationships 101 book that you can also pick up if you come in Barnes & Noble.
Okay. So building relationships in law school is super important because ultimately the field of law is so small. So like the people who you know, like that's the people you know, and everybody knows. It's pretty much like you live in a small town and everybody knows each other. That's how the law is because it's very small. So therefore you have to know how to keep, maintain, and foster good relationships with these people because these are your people. Like they're going to help you when you need them, be a helping hand for one another. So on our next segment, talk about how to maintain, foster, and keep relationships in general, but also in law school as well. Dating tips while you're in school and building your career, because honestly, these things happen while you're in school. Like, yeah, we're career focused, but we have relationships, we engage with people, so we have to talk about that too because it's a part of our lives. So thank you guys so much for watching. Why did your AirPod just fall?
It must have was
randomly?
That must have been the end of that.
That's the end of the video, guys. AirPods, we ready to go. AirPods in, out of here, boo. So, thanks for watching.